All right, welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming X-Wing Miniatures. Today is Wednesday, and it's usually our streaming night. And again, we're not on our gaming store location, but I just still wanted to I had a whole bunch of things to talk about today. One was the previous video, if you guys watched this, which was the Listinator Challenge, and how the cool things that Jim H is putting us together for us and managing it on our community forums. Definitely check that video out. What I want to talk about is this crazy card. This card in our local meta scene has been taking. It's grown like wildfire. It's just been crazy, and it is. And I'm actually going to bring this up right here. It is expertise, and expertise is this card right here. Expertise. I am one with the force. The force is with me. I'm one with the force. Every time I see this card, it's from the Rogue One. You guys, it was just a great movie, and its expertise is when attacking. If you are not stressed, you may change all of your focus results to hit results. It's an elite slot, elite talent, EPT slot. It's 4 points. It's a lot of points, but guess what? This thing is nasty. When attacking, if you are not stressed, you may change all of your hit results to, all of your focus results to hit results. So now I'm actually going to switch over to my form right here. In the comments below, you guys can definitely so let's start talking about this. I created a new thing. So we have the Listinator. Now we have the Cardinator. The Cardinator allows us to discuss these cards. So there's a whole Cardinator section just for X-Wing and just for Destiny to talk about cards. It is SPG focused. So we're going to actually, every time you see it says SPG, let's discuss. Allows you guys to discuss this card, to comment on it. So definitely get on our forums. Again, the link is below or put in the comments of this video. All right. So let's just talk about this card. So this card, again, it's just the combinations are endless. Now, a lot of people have been going back and forth about 4 points. So let's do the pros and cons. Okay, so right off the bat, a con is it's 4 points. But if you think the cost, all right, of an elite slot where it gives you pretty much endless focuses and allows you to turn those focus to hits, it can be nasty. It allows you to free up, target locks, barrel rolls, positioning stuff like, barrel rolls and boosting, evade tokens, what have you. This frees up a lot of stuff, and especially with the combinations of, like, I'm gonna actually pull this up here. I got Dash Rendar right here. Now you can outfit Dash however you want to outfit Dash, but putting Dash with a heavy laser cannon, right? With expertise, you're helping the stress mechanic. Not stress. I'm sorry. You're helping the conversion mechanics on your hit ratio. I'm even like you can't put it on ghosts. I wish you could put my god. Imagine putting it on this ghost with a primary weapon of 4 attack value and range 1 5 dice because ghosts don't have an EPT slot. But oh my, just imagine. But anyway, but dash 4 dice. I've actually also seen this combination. I've seen the new Ray Millennium Falcon with Finn crew. Where's Finn? Finn. Okay, Finn. There you go. Finn. With the expertise. That slot because you get when attacking. If you're not stressed, you may change all your focus results to hit results, and then Ray's ability when attacking or defending. If your enemy ship is inside your firing arc, you may re-roll 2 of your blank results, so it covers some of your blank results. And then on top of it, you get Finn when attacking with a primary weapon or defending. If an enemy ship is inside your firing arc, you may add 1 additional blank result to your roll. So this combination, it's almost like a built-in target lock-ish expertise. These combinations are great. It's just I love it, and I'm already getting on the stream here that a couple people are saying Vader and expertise enough, and that's also the cool part about this card. So pros, let's go right through the pros here. So the first part about the pros on this card are that look at it, it's not unique, so you can have as many as you want in your list. Okay, and it's not faction based, so you can have it on Scum and Villainy, you can have it on Imperial or Rebels, doesn't make a difference. And the other best part is it's not tied to one ship size, so you can have it on small base, large base, and even if you want to, if EBT slots on epics, you could put epics. But expertise, this card, one of the biggest things like I was talking about before was it's 4 points, right? That's the thing. Now, actually, Jacob Lauer just talked about it right here on our stream. He says, is it a PTL replacement or push the limit replacement? A lot of people are going back and forth and talking about that. Is push the limit better? Is expertise better? For one more point. See, the problem with push the limit. This is I think the negative side of push the limit. And I'm going to use Soontir Fell because drink. Oh, Soontir is my arch nemesis. All right, Soontir. Um, the normal loadout would push the limit, and because of he gets his ability too. If he's stressed, he gets a stress token, gets a focus token. Um, but you're going to still probably keep push the limit on Soontir just the way it is. But the problem with push the limit is you're going to know if they have to clear that stress because they have to do some arc dodging, right? You kind of know where they're going to go. And I'm not saying that you know that 100% of the time, but you can almost figure it out. Like Soontir is always going to do some kind of two-speed maneuver or a straight maneuver because that's what's green on his dial. Because he's got to relieve that stress. Because if he can't barrel roll, or if he can't boost, he's dead in the water, right? He's got to have that arc dodging capabilities. So that's the negative side with push the limit. Jacob was asking. So it honestly it depends on the ship. I mean, think about it. It depends on what you're putting it on and where. Like I would go if I was doing Soontir, push the limit. If I was doing, but again, I'm going to be able to know exactly in a way where Soontir is going to be going. Um, but expertise to me is about firepower. Like I love putting expertise on ships that I can throw a target lock on, or a turreted ship. Like actually, somebody was talking to me about this. I'm actually going to pull this up here. Um, let's see. Soontir's a smelly bastard. Jim Harnock said, "Hey, what's up, Jim?" He is smelly. Let me pull this up here. Let me switch to my camera to screen and bring that over. All right. So if I bring, some people will talk about like Nora Wexley in combinations. I'm also liking Snap Wexley with expertise because Snap's ability, right? Where is it? Snap's ability says after you execute a 2, 3, 4 speed maneuver, if you're not touching a ship, you may perform a free boost action. So you get a free boost. Then if you're running expertise, right, and whatever other loadout you want to do on him, but keeping him cheap, keep him, maybe if you want to put auto thrusters on him, just to help some defensively. But I mean, expertise is only for attacking; it's not for defense, right? But if he's not stressed, which you're always going to do a free boost action, 2, 3, 4 speed maneuver. If you're not touching a ship, you may perform a free boost action, right? You're getting an extra focus. It's almost like getting two actions. If you have a ship that does not require, I think, positioning ability, um, that I think is probably where you might want to go expertise versus push the limit. Like push the limit to me is more about positioning. It's like because 9 times out of 10 you're going to use that to either token up or and actually more positioning like boost or barrel roll instead of like tokening up. So I I can go back and forth on that. Um, does expertise make Poe more or less effective now? I think Poe is still a powerful ship, especially with the R2D2 loadout with regen or R5P8, I think it is off the top of my head. For regen purposes, I still think that works. But I think this just introduces a lot of ships that we're not getting any loving. You know what I'm talking about, all right? And I'm actually going to just bring some of these. Look at these ships right here. I mean, think about it. E-wing, Cornhorn with expertise. Uh, get some Hawk loving. Now, I don't Hawk loving. You get some Jan Ors, but now you're losing her. Well, actually, no, you can't lose her ability. You don't want to do that. Um, where is it? Maybe Hawk's not probably the good example. But anything that I would say like U-wing with expertise, yeah. Uh, VCX 100, you're not going to get it because there are no. Even if you choose Hera, you're not going to get an elite slot. That's the negative side. Um, I was even thinking about if I go to Scum and Villainy and I choose a contracted scout. Now, remember when the whole Jump Masters, the triple jumps were actually, pretty much nuked? I was thinking about this. Like, if I did a regular contracted scout and I ran expertise on here, right? So now I got my focus tokens, right, to change some dials, right? I'm going to put expertise. I can load out torpedoes, let's say proton torps, extra munitions. I'm going to do guidance chips here, right? Just a simple loadout here. If you want to do a salvage astromech or whatever, right? I can spend the target lock, or I could even actually do this. I could probably do, um, where is it? Did I lose it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Is it overclocked? No, it was unhinged. Nope, not that. That wasn't that. I forget what. Anyway, the combinations. I was actually looking at different things. I have some lists saved, but with expertise, this helps out with some of the dice modifications for proton torps. So you can make change one of your proton torps to get a hit crit result, or you can actually do plasma torps, which is a little bit 1 point cheaper. That can help you out. You can make change one of your die results to a hit result. So if you have um, a blank die, you can actually change a blank, keep all your focuses with expertise for 34 points. Maybe a good filler, maybe a good bump master of some sort. Maybe if you want to fill them out with feedback array or something like that to help out. Again, just to kind of a little filler. But I mean, look at the options here as far as ships. I'm going to choose. This is one I was thinking about, Taliban Cobra. Right now, I don't have to worry about spending focus tokens. I can actually put expertise on. Now it's going to make it expensive. Put expertise on here, right? So I get my thing, and if I want, I can do one of two things. I can do vector thrusters to give me some barrel roll actions, or if I want to spend the 4 points on engine upgrade, so I get some boost in barrel roll where I can have some positioning ability with Taliban Cobra, which has always been a biggest problem, right? But everybody would push the limit on it, get stressed, and then you have very little mechanics to. If you look at the die over here, you actually have only your bank turns and your two straight to go forward. Whoop, I lost something here. Oh, what happened? I lost my screen. Let me pull it up. Let's see here. Lost my screen. All right, let me pull up Taliban Cobra again. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Karaxi Fighter. But that's what I was thinking about. Like, you put expertise on here. Now, is it viable? I don't know. I still gotta, you still gotta play test it. But I think to me, by giving basically you have an endless supply of focus tokens in this game. Keeping Taliban Cobra, maybe put an engine upgrade. Probably would rather have a boost than a barrel roll. Maybe a lot of people say that barrel is better than boost. I mean, I can go either way. It really depends on the ship. It depends on what I'm doing here, right? But because I'm not getting stressed here by push to limit, right? I have more options with Taliban Cobra's maneuver dial. Like if you look at his maneuver dial, now I don't have to worry about relieving stress. All I have to worry about is just flying my ship using engine upgrade and that one hard turn. That is nasty. Imagine doing one hard turn, and then if I had to do a boost, I can do boost. If you want to put vector thrust in here to shave off 2 points, but for 36 points, 34 points, depending on what you want to put on here. But I wouldn't put anything else on Taliban. Taliban's Cobra is when attacking, defending, double your effective range combat bonuses. Imagine you can boost and get into position and having power focus, or not even maybe you don't have to boost a barrel roll as your action. Maybe you just take a regular target lock and just increase your 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 dice conversion. I mean, that's just crazy. All right. Some other things that I was thinking about. Let me look actually before I go from over here. Let me look at the chat room here. Um, oh, is it going to go nice on a decimator? I thought about that too. So let's pull up some decimator action. All right, the VT-49 decimator. Now I would have to get an elite slot, so I can do either Rear Admiral Churu, Commander Kirk. Oiken has the elite slot. Patrol leader does not. So these top three guys would give me that. Now, Rear Admiral Chinaruru, I can never say that. You guys probably know I butcher names. Like everybody was yelling at me at the Destiny stream about Padme. I know it's Padme, but for some reason I don't know why I say Padme. I add an extra syllable in there. I don't know why. But let's so Rear Admiral, the hull says when attacking a range 2, you may change one of your focus results to a crit result. Do I want to run that with expertise? Probably not, because I'm not taking advantage. I mean, yeah, it gives you the crit ability. But for Oiken After executing maneuver, each enemy ship you're touching suffers 1 damage, or commander can Kirk. If you have no shield, at least 1 damage card assigned to you, you can increase your agility value by 1. Either one of these two, right? If you just want Oiken, maybe just because of the points, because you're saving 4 points, and then you put expertise to match it up to uh, Rear Admiral Chinoru, you can actually free up and do a whole bunch of different things here and make a nasty decimator with that ability. I mean, it's this expertise card. Like now, other people have been saying Rear Admiral Cheerios. I like that. There we go. It's pronounced Cheerios. That doesn't even make sense. Cheerios, Cheerinunu. All right, everybody's saying it's pronounced Cheerios. Like Cheerios, like the cereal. All right. Again, never ever go like take my advice on wording. I would like consult everybody else but me as far as names because I butcher names. I'm horrible with names. I've been calling Seamus Seamus for God knows how long before he corrected me 14,000 times on a stream. So Seamus knows exactly what what you're dealing with here. All right, so let's look here. Some other things that I was thinking about. Defender action. Now it can get a little pricey, but I think the glaive gives me an elite slot. If I put some expertise action here, it's 38 points, but it's big. But you can put the title TIX7 to get your basically free evade token. You shade 2 points for 36 points. That's not bad. And again, expertise. If you're doing the white, the 4K maneuver, which is very predictable, but if you're still doing the white 4K maneuver, it's expertise. You can make it happen, make it work. Now, one of the things that actually I've seen on discussions about expertise is is the 4 points worth it? If you think about it, how many rounds of X-Wing in one game, how many rounds there actually are? And it can vary, but it can be anywhere from, from 10 rounds to 15 rounds. I mean, whatever, how many rounds are you actually thinking, an X-Wing game might actually go, all right? How many times you use a focus, to me, is like a point. That's the way I look at it. 4 points to me is 4 rounds. So if I'm using a focus at least 4 times, which you might, like when I use my Fly My Baby Blues, I always played focus. And everybody asked me, why don't you just play target lock? I played focus because I wanted help in defensiveness. I wanted to keep my Baby Blues alive. And I always use the focus token for defense first before attacking because I'm usually attacking last. So to me, if every time you place a focus token, that's a point. Right? It's the same concept I look at it as when you're playing torpedoes or if you're playing any extra munitions. Those point values, as soon as you spend it, right? To me, that's a point. That's what you're losing that action because you have to spend a focus action. Expertise for 4 points for an entire game, you're getting, for lack of better words, endless supply of focuses. Now, the negative side to all of this, all right? So the negative side to all of this is, let's see if I can come on. Why can't I make it go to me? There we go. I just got new software that I'm playing with, so it's all weird. The negative side of expertise is this: stress mechanics. Okay, because right off the bat, the card says if you are stressed, you cannot do this. So it says if you're not stressed, you may change all of your focus result to hit results. So stress mechanics, stress spots, stress hogs, whatever you want to call it, R3A2 on the rebel side, or anything else that dishes out stress tokens is going to basically take expertise down. So that's one of the things that I'm actually been thinking about is actually looking at. Well, I've been seeing a lot, especially in our meta, a lot of ships being played with expertise. Do I want to bring back maybe my Y-Wing Stress Hawk, R3A2 with BTL title and a twin laser turret? Do I want to bring that back to help double stress something and keep that ship stressed? Or maybe even playing, let's switch here. If I go the whole, where is it? Tactician route, right? After you perform an attack against a ship inside your firing arc at range 2, you receive 1 stress token. I was even thinking about an Arc 170 stress, Braylon or something that gives me the stress mechanics. just to help dish out stress because I'm starting to see a lot of expertise. I need a way to shut that down. So that's the negative side of this card is if you're stressed, it's not going to work. So if you see in your meta that a lot of people are running expertise, throw a stress strip in there. Throw a stress strip in your list, like a stress hog or something. Believe me, you'll be shutting down that expertise card, and they're going to have to go back to some other way of dice modifying. They're going to lose their positioning ability. Now, get this: if they're running expertise, more than likely they're going to probably run it on ships that you normally don't see that much. A lot of ships are coming out of the woodworks that you don't normally see because of this expertise card. It's opening things up. Um, but if you want to control that, if you're seeing that in your meta, my thoughts and reactions is throw a stress hog in your list, at least one, some kind of cheap version, and then actually that will help out in the mechanics of keep controlling your opponent's list there. All right, so looking at some of the Nub have an EPT slot. So actually, let's go over to Nub here. Sir Nub, Nub. And the T70 Nub does have an EPT slot. All right, and Nub's ability says when you receive a stress token, if there's an enemy ship inside your firing arc at range 1, you may discard that stress token. So that's actually not a bad. So if you wanted to have some stress mechanics, like if you want to do a Talon roll or a 4K turn, that actually opens up as long as you have um, an enemy ship inside your firing arc at range 1, you can get rid of that token. I like that. So just there are going to be some ships that are going to help out with this whole expertise card. But remember, keep things simple. And I keep, one of the biggest questions that I always get asked, especially in X-wing, is, is my list check out, please look at my list. Does the list great advice from Paul Heaver, 3-time current world champs that we just had. His biggest advice is this: he takes a good list and flies it well, right? He doesn't, and it's a simple list, and usually it was a 4-ship list. And what won him the last world champion, not this world championship, was a simple Poe Dameron, I think it was a 2 Y-wings and a headhunter, right? It was a simple list. That Keep that in mind. A lot of people try to make all these handshake lists. And again, if you guys want to talk about list building or look at list building, check out our flight school videos. It's a playlist. Go to our YouTube channel, scroll to the bottom there. You'll see our flight school videos for X-Wing. We talk about list building and what have you, but keep it simple. And especially with expertise card, you don't have, like, I would just, like, honestly, this is what I was thinking about. Like, I was thinking about, let me actually pull up my list here. Pull this back up. Come on. Why can't I? Come on. All right, this thing is driving me crazy. I don't know. I can't switch it over. Can't switch it over. There we go. Now switch over. That's weird. It does that. All right, so you guys can still hear me here, but Elo Asti's ability, when you're not stressed, you may treat your Talon maneuvers as white maneuvers. I like that with expertise. And I might just fly that and maybe auto thrusters. Keep it real simple. All this other stuff, like the prime thrusters, paddleizer, you can't run it because you want to stay away from the stress mechanics. The astromech, if you want to help with if you're getting stress, but because of his ability, you really don't need it. Title, the black one title, I wouldn't need it. But like this right here, a 36-point ship, 4 points for expertise, Elo Asti's ability. He's a pilot skill value 7, right? You got his Talon rolls. Now this Elo acts like a TIE defender. Then you have your boost. So now get this. You can do your Talon roll because it's a white maneuver. You can still boost. Then you get your expertise, so you have some dice modification whatsoever. So that's huge. Keep it simple. I wouldn't throw 14,000 different things on a list here to make it work. Like, to me, this is a simple thing. I love that. Jim H basically I'm actually kind of glad you brought that up. So he just said Horton Solemn. I'm actually going to bring that up. That's a Y-wing. Horton Solemn with TLT, twin laser turret. He's also got R2D6, which basically gives the elite talent slot, and then you put expertise. All right, check this out. This is awesome. Also, Jason over in our local meta, he was talking about this too as well. Horton Salem, when attacking at range 2 to 3, you may re-roll any of your blank results. Now, with Twin Laser Turret, you already have a donut hole at range 1, so range 2 to 3, it works with his ability. So you get the re-roll ability of blank results. If they're going to be focuses, guess what? They switch over to focus results. So then the next question, everybody's like, well, why do I need any actions? What would I take as my action? Watch this. Put some barrel rolling ability, some vector thrusters. Now you just take that as your action. You got a built-in target lock. You got a build your expertise to change your focus results. And if you really wanted to, instead of doing twin laser turret, you can maybe switch to blaster turret and do not blaster turret. Where is it? Dorsal turret. And with your barrel roll ability, you might be able to get in range 1 or 2. Now, Y-Wings are not the best positioning ships known to mankind, um, but you don't need to spend a target lock. And this only works at range 2, but it helps out. Ion cannon turret, range 2. Twin laser turret, I like twin laser turret probably the best out of this, but you spend your action on vector thrusters barrel roll for positioning, and Horton Salem, he's an 8. Okay, so he's going to be moving last, and then that barrel roll, if you need to get out of range 1, because let's say some ship moved close to you and knew that you have that range 1 donut, you can move out of the way. And expertise, I mean, that's a nasty ship. Also, somebody says, I think, run the title on here, and you get the title. Now, Jason, I think this was his list that he was talking to me about, or his ship build was title, twin laser turret, Horton Salem with vector thrusters. He basically takes his action as vector thrusters barrel roll every time. To me, my only negative with this, right, is one, the Y-Wings dial. Okay, it does have the 2 hard. It does open up stuff, but if you want to go fast, you only can go up to 3 bank and 3 straight before everything else is a stress, and you don't want to stress this thing out. But because you're running a TLT turret and you're keeping at distance, right? And with Horton Selm's ability and expertise, as long as you play to that ship strength of keeping some distance out, I mean, expertise and Horton's ability, it's nasty. It's a great combination. Let's look at what else. There is, let me bring this up here. Scum and Villainy, Y-Wing. Okay, look at Cavil in the Y-Wing. If you're running a Scum list, excuse me, you get expertise, twin laser turret. If you want to run the title, but with his ability, you don't want to. All right, modification. If you want to do vector thrusters, maybe you get some positioning ability. Even if you don't do vector thrusters, that's okay too. But if you don't like twin laser turret because it's got the donut hole, and with expertise's thing, you might only going to basically putting 2 hits per turn, because even if you roll, because his biggest thing right here is this: when attacking a ship outside your firing arc, roll 1 additional attack die. If you're rolling twin laser turret die, no matter if you're rolling 4 dice and you get 4 hits and they only evade 1, it's only 1 hit. Do you want to change it up to a blaster turret and keep it at range 1 and 2? And maybe use a vector thruster to get some positioning ability so you can get into range 1 or 2. As long, again, outside your firing arc. So you have Cavil's ability of rolling 1 extra die. You have expertise from some dice modification. I mean, there's some options here. 32 points. That's actually not a bad filler right there. If you're keeping your ships around 30 to 34 points each, you can get another ace or 2 in there and have a nasty list. And again, Cavil's at a 7. Not bad. I love it. I love it. Some other things that I was looking on the Empire side. Where was it? I think it was, if I remember correctly, I'm looking at my notes. I think it was Turf Veneer. So he's a 7, right? He's got the elite upgrade. Now Turf Veneer, he doesn't get a lot of loving, right? Um, Turf Veneer, if you get if you put where is it? Where is it? Auto thrusters on, you run title, you run another modification, you get engine upgrade. 35 points running expertise. Now, you don't get the positioning ability of push the limit, okay? But, after you perform an attack, you may perform a free boost or barrel roll action. To me, it just opens little things up. So because he's at a 7, you can actually, because a lot of the ships nowadays are in the middle of the ground. You see aces, you see maybe one ace on the board, but you don't see like two aces and a shuttle anymore. I mean, you still see some of the TIE defenders with it, but usually they're around a 5 or 6 or a 7 in the middle of the ground. So Turf Veneer might come back as with this. Uh, a lot of people, yeah, Audio Weasel says I usually run Lone Wolf with him. Yeah, Turn Veneer with that, his ability is great. But I mean, there's just so many different things here. I even like the Arc 170 with Nora Wexley or Shara Bay, any of them. Like I said, this whole expertise card just opens up the biggest thing. The biggest thing that I saw tonight was Dash. I think I talked about that in the beginning there. But having Dash with expertise, now it's not a push the limit dash and trying to get into the, get out of the way. But if you have expertise on Dash with heavy laser cannon, right? All you need to do is he's a 7, so he's probably going to be moving last in the mix of stuff. But with him and ability, you can position yourself if you want to spend the barrel roll as your action, and then you got expertise, you got your focus, for lack of better words, for some dice modification. I mean, that's not bad at all. I love it. Reese is saying Concurk expertise. Let's build that out. So Concurk with expertise. Mercenary co-pilot. Okay, I see where you're going with this. All right, when attacking at range 3, you may change one of your hit results to crit result. Nice, like that. Then he said, where is the other one? Hot shot, engine upgrade, and I run with Ryad. Oh, I like that combination. Okay, so he's running hot shot, engine upgrade, runs with Ryad standard low at with Concurk with expertise. Yeah, that's just a nasty build. What else we got here? Cavil paired with Fen. Ooh, I like that. Punisher, why not? The TIE Punisher, Jacob was asking, with a new lightweight frame. If I do TIE Punisher, the only thing with TIE Punisher though, I mean, unless you do it with torps, a torp boat or a missile boat, to help with that. You can probably even run plasma torps, right, with guidance and extra munitions. And if you want to include red line to get your target locks, and you put expertise on here. No, actually, red line. No, actually, you don't have an EPT slot. No, you can't do Punisher. There's no EPT. Oh, that stinks. See, that's the thing is like some ships, like one of my first thing when I thought of expertise, I thought of the Ghost, and I'm like, oh, I can get this, I could put expertise in the Ghost, and I'm like, oh, wait, doesn't have the EPT slot. What else here? Oh, Jacob's like, I knew that. All right. So, but anyway, what do you guys? So I'm asking the stream here right now. And if you guys know, we stream live and we always have stream feed. One of these days, I'm going to be able to try to get this whole stream feed on here. Actually, let me switch over here. Come on. I don't know why that's not switching. There we go. That takes forever to switch. I don't know why it does that. Maybe I just do that. All right. So What do you guys think about this expertise card? Leave it in the comments below. Also, check out the link to our discuss this on a community forum where we basically discuss the elite upgrade card. Put your comments and feedback. Put some ideas together. But this card is really, and I'm going to do more of these card videos because a lot of the new cards that are coming out are changing some of the game mechanics as far as the meta list. It's just opening the door up to other things that you didn't see. And what I also like about expertise, it's a standalone thing. There's no handshaking between. And what I mean by handshaking is, if you guys are new to our videos, handshaking are when you have, let's say, two ships, right? And in order for one ship to do something else, the other ship either has to be next to it or it gives it a token in order for this to do something. When it requires mechanics like that, to me, is handshaking. I like when you have independent ships doing independent things that can work together in a synergistic way, but when they require that you got to do handshakes, because if I see a handshake list, if I see, I'm trying to think of it like, um, oh, I can't think of the top of my head. Like if I'm actually, if I do like a hawk, when we talked about hawks before, if I do, where's my hawks? If I do, let's say a Jan Ors, right? When another friendship at range 1 to 3 is attacking, if you have no stress tokens, you may receive a stress token to allow that ship to roll 1 attack dice. I've seen people put Jan Ors in their list to solely remove a stress token, right? From one of their friendly ships, so that other ship can do some other weird stuff. But Jan Ors had to be alive. So I'm like, oh, let's just target Jan Ors. And as soon as I take out Jan Ors, his whole list crumbles and falls apart. And then his ship that was, whatever his ship was that was so maneuverable, because he was removing the stress token because of Jan Ors, is no longer is maneuverable, or whatever the case may be. But that just keep that. So that's handshaking. I like expertise card because it doesn't require handshaking. The only biggest thing, though, is the downfall with expertise is, again, the stress mechanics. If you're running a stress hog, you're going to shut down expertise a lot. If you're going to run the R3A2 with the BTL title, TLT, you're going to double stress somebody. You're going to basically kill them with expertise twice, and on top of, they got to potentially do 2 green maneuvers so the expertise card becomes valuable again. So keep that in mind. So I think that's some definite things that to look out for. True, Jacobs like and Ben Jackson say Rebels are full of handshakes. You're absolutely right. I play Rebels a lot, and there's a lot of handshakes. Jacob saying just play Scum. I should just play Scum. Nims is always trying to convert me over to Scum or Imperial, but I just like my Rebels. I don't know why I play Rebels. But just keep that in mind. So if you're running expertise, I like it because it's a single card that you don't have to worry about handshakes between. All right, so that is another video, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys like what we do, subscribe to our channel. It is in the bottom right-hand corner right there. Subscribe to our channel. When you do that, you get all our updates. You also know when we go live. So if you want to join the comments and what have you, you guys should actually chat in the comments right now. We have a bunch of people on our stream right now and all talking about this whole expertise card and fun ideas. Remember, also leave in the comments below or check out the description link, right, that we have to our community forums where you can go and talk about on our community forums this expertise card. And also check out the Listinator Challenge. Right now it's currently January 2017 Listinator Challenge on our forums. You guys get to win a free set of tokens, any free set of tokens. Usually it's a 20-piece X-Wing tokens because this is for X-Wing. Also, check out our token store. That helps us. When you guys buy our tokens, it helps support our channel and lets us keep doing more cool stuff like this. And also check out our t-shirt store. Also check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter accounts. All the links are in comments below. And of course, check out our website, slingpaint.com. All right, if you guys don't have, is there anything else? I think Asajj will make expertise guys cry. Yeah, that's true. Asajj, again, the stress mechanics. But if you get it working right, it works pretty good. All right, so let's see here. Anything else? I think that's it. The chat room looks like it's wrapping up. Again, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments or questions, leave it below. Take it easy.